you seen anything in the gamma for the spy?
I don't really look at the gamma for spy. I
Ooh,
could.
If we survive this little,
I'll set that up for
little,
tomorrow.
little,
I don't have the
little
ticker up
oh,
right
okay.
now.
Oh, for
reversal
sure, for sure.
here, where are you looking at?
For sure.
Reversal to
Okay, looks
at
like things
least
have settled
here
down a little bit here. Crude
and
oil has
here
calmed down, settled into a nice little
to
1 minute
27.
range. No longer is it bouncing 70 cents at a time. Looks
We're
like
looking for 25
gold
bucks right
still.
there,
We still got some action
right
in
there.
gold potentially here.
25.
And the indices obviously are just doing fantastic.
Come on
Who
down.
in
Right, I'm
chat?
short.
Go ahead.
I'm short one ES with a
Oh, we got another
very
one here.
tight
Where is
leash,
we have another one? No,
just to
Okay.
see if we can
doesn't.
stay below the high of days right
Come
now. A
on
short
down.
one from 50,
Let's
60,
look at
95
the
on the dot.
orders.
60.95.
That was 22.
What's kind of the thesis of this trade? Just looking for a continuation rejection off of 6100?
So there's been resistance in this area a few times. We have a
Mhm.
little bit of what you could call a little bit of consolidation here. And I'm taking this off before we would get to the high of the day. So I see it as something that's not likely, but it's pretty good risk reward. I'm only risking $200 on an ES.
Gotta
Nice, let's
take
keep
the
an eye
cheap
on that one.
trades.
Yep,
Yeah.
cheap trades. And scarier the better.
Why
As
go
he
against a
says.
strong trend? Well,
Mhm.
because this is like a low probability trade with a higher reward. If this is, like, I'll probably get stopped out on it, but it's just 4 points.
Yep.
There's going to be a pullback at some point. Yeah, we'll get taken out right here. Okay, so we lost $200.
Oh,
NQ new
Very cheap.
highs. Yep. There's nothing but a
oh,
scratch.
wow, didn't
Tribe
make
had
it.
a interesting
Not
comment.
making it.
I think my biggest problem to be is that I'm not in enough trades.
Wow,
Tribe,
that's an unusual one.
if you are not
Very
in enough
stubborn.
trades, what about your
Don't
setup
like it.
is making you second guess? This is kind of
I
the
don't
question.
think today is
Or it could be too much
short.
size. If you have too much size
Oh,
on, you might be second guessing pulling the trigger on a trade. Or maybe just size down.
not
I don't
gonna
know.
happen.
What's kind of your thought there? So we're talking
Not
about
gonna happen.
tip of the week, right? It's all about
We
entries and
should.
refining entries.
Where is
Coach Jay, what's
it?
kind of your
Oh,
thought
oh.
on
I'm just trying
on
to
that?
think of what
Really?
they could be saying. They could be saying there. If you're not in enough trades,
But this is
uh,
not
and you're
bueno,
putting so much pressure
Christy.
on one, let's say, and this is an extreme example. Let's say we have a
He
day
wants
trader
to go
that
to
puts on one trade a
94.
month,
Boy,
right?
because you're right
There's so much pressure
there.
on that trade to be right that you could hesitate to click the button. Maybe that's it.
You're right
I don't know.
there.
Apparently, I was totally
So,
wrong, Coach Jay. He trades too much. I don't know how I got the opposite
oh,
meaning out of his first sentence, but he's taking too many trades.
all right,
Well,
then
that
slow down.
changes everything.
It really
39.
does. That makes much more sense. Well, what'd you say for taking too many trades then?
You don't have enough of a criteria, right?
Order filled.
Grade your trade setups, right?
Nope.
Not the outcomes, right? Grade
Not
the
taking
setups.
the
Are they A and B setups, or are you taking C and D trades? And if you're taking C and D trades, then just cut those out, right? It's probably a little bit of a lack of patience,
You
just
already
wanting
picked
something to
me
happen,
up
kind of
as
forcing something to
2.
happen.
Okay.
When you
And
review
I'm
your charts at the
losing.
end of the day, ask
Daddy.
yourself really how many great trade
Hells
opportunities
no.
were there.
Flying with
There's
me.
usually a couple.
Yeah, I gotta say,
It
like,
depends on your time frame also, but
Oh,
it does.
crap.
It really does. I mean, those are really good insights there, Coach Jay.
I
But we
am.
do
Have
have
you
here
guys
new
or anyone in
highs ES,
happy
new highs
about
NASDAQ.
this.
What's up, Jack?
Have you ever
I
seen the
fought for them.
video on YouTube of
I
Kiefer
fought
Sutherland
really hard.
tackling a Christmas tree in a hotel lobby?
I have not, but I'm looking forward to this segue though.
Yes.
Yes.
Do yourselves all a favor and check that out at some point. But at one point, I mean, I think this is back when Kiefer was maybe still on the sauce, as one is when they tackle a hotel Christmas tree.
They are pokey.
But the random person in the video asks him, it's just how it says, "Kiefer, you're a pirate, man," and he goes, "That explains everything." And that's what I was thinking right there, Dilby, when you misread it. That explains everything. There was my long
Oh,
segue to
man.
nothing.
Oh, that was great. Jack, anytime. Anytime. But Coach J, you're referring to like ABCD trades. That is from Jared Tendler. We haven't had him on in a
Yes.
while.
Not
But, it's also a great
not my
trading
cup
book.
of tea right here.
Is kind of you grade your trades, ABCD.
Not my cup
I have to
of
say,
tea.
trading more than maybe any other profession is such a like addition by subtraction sort of game. If you can reduce your loser trades and your DF setups and just get rid of them entirely, it just really makes the P&L shine.
Squeezing it,
So
squeezing
much
it,
of being an
squeezing. I
excellent
don't
trader
like
is
it.
cutting out the crappy trades and letting those winners really
Jeez.
shine on their own.
I was thinking about Jared this weekend watching the U.S. Open.
Mm-hmm. Big golfer too.
Do it
Golf
this.
course is too hard. It wasn't even fair.
That's why you will
Yeah.
I did see that,
low.
that putt though.
They all played the same course. Yeah.
Yep.
They all did. They all did.
Saw that 60-foot putt to win the Open though. That was
Unreal.
awesome. Awesome. Talk about clutch. Talk about clutch. I wonder, is that the longest putt ever to win the tournament? 60 feet?
My
Chat
my
will
son
know.
said
Well,
something like that.
It
The
is
U.S.
pretty
Open, they said,
long.
yeah.
Wow.
Not liking this.
Come on, man. That's not fair. It is.
Yeah, absolute beast of a putt. That's so hard to do. that's just so mind-boggling. Getting back to the markets.
wonder if
Yeah, I
he-
know, long goal, 60 feet. What's up, Hope?
I wonder if he went no as he hit the ball, because that was just amazing.
Yeah.
At
Amazing putt.
91.
Golfers
First
have it hard,
player to
man.
win a major using a lab putter. So
Oh, great for marketing.
every weekend golfer is going to go and drop $700 on a
Don't
putter.
like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
That'll
let
fix
it
it,
go
guys.
at
It's the
That was-
club.
Remember, it's always the wand, not the wizard.
this is bad.
I'm going to give you a little advice. There's a force in the universe that makes things happen. All you have to do is get in touch with it.
Mm.
Stop thinking.
Indeed.
Let things happen. Be the ball.
Be
Pretty deep.
Like
Pretty
my
deep,
legendary.
yeah, isn't it?
Thank you, Chevy Chase, for that. The wisdom and knowledge. It's an excellent movie. Excellent movie.
You do drugs, Danny.
I need my every penny I have.
So a little bit of
I have
range in
made.
the indices here, but still bidding to the upside. Still just a couple ticks off.
Oh,
Okay.
crap,
Yes. New
man.
highs for the
But
day.
do this
NQ
to
trying to do
me.
the same. Looks like the commodities such as gold and crude oil have found a little bit of equilibrium
I don't
thus
see
far.
nobody else
Hitting many
doing
1-minute
this
candlesticks
crazy
in a
shit.
much tighter range there.
So I'm gonna let it go
ES
at
just
right
cruising
here,
to the upside
23.
here.
Yeah,
I got
looking for a
two.
pullback
Gonna
around
let it
90,
go
and it's
at
just not happening.
23.
Is there like do you ever use volume
come on.
profile, Hogue? It's kind of similar to market profile.
50 bucks.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my
and
god!
I
You
do,
know how hard
kind of
I work for
look at
50
both,
bucks.
but I think you get much more detailed information from the
No.
TPO charts than
Hmm.
the volume profile. You see where the swings highs.
Oh
and
my
lows
god!
are.
60.
Yeah, I was wondering
Nope.
if you could kind of like
I'm not
translate
gonna have
that
like
market profile to volume
50 or
profile and maybe try to
6.
find
Oh
some
my
low
god, those-
low volume nodes. That maybe
That's what I'm
are-
looking for in the
Looking for
S&Ps is a
pullbacks.
low volume node, right at weekly kickoff high 60.91. So when you're looking at volume profile, you're looking at volume over time, or
Mhm.
excuse me, volume over price. The wider parts are of course going to be the levels or the prices where more volume was traded. The market profile or TPO profile is volume
gonna
over
let it go.
time. You're going to see where more time was spent, so that the
Come on,
the
come on, pick me up
constant
right here. Pick
in the
me up right here.
TPO
Pick
chart
me up right
is
here.
time.
A 40,
The,
boys.
the variable is
A
always
40.
going to be, of course, price, and in volume profile,
40.
the variable is price, of course, and the constant
40.
is volume.
40.
And that volume, of
Pick
course,
me
is
up,
fluid.
40.
So
Pick me up 40.
after learning and trading the market profile of the TPO
Yeah.
charts for so long,
Get me out of my
it's what
misery.
I prefer.
40.
But I don't, I can't say if one's
Mother
better than the other.
Okay, 45.
Right. They look similar. They look similar.
Order
if anyone is
filled.
wondering. Slightly
Get me
different,
out of my
but in general,
misery.
you'll probably get about the same. The same
60
histogram will look
bucks.
pretty much identical. I do believe.
One thing I do like about the volume profile is
Fuck.
when you're in a trending market,
I follow that mother
it's very
flower,
difficult to
man,
get into
with
that trend,
22
right?
long,
I've
and
had some
that
success,
shit didn't
not
work.
all the time, when a market pulls back against a low
Let
volume
me do
node,
my
like
own
right
plan.
here.
So let me
If
clear
it gets back to that low
everything.
volume node and doesn't go all the way through it, then there's still probably some buyers there, and that can be support. And I like the fact that it's right in the neighborhood of the weekly kickoff high, which, can be resistant. Now that it's above it, it comes back to it. It might be support. And against that low volume node in the volume profile, I like that a lot. So that's what
that's
I'm
a great
looking for, to
explanation.
see if we get an opportunity to get in.
Nice. Got some Hogue vision right there. We'll keep an eye on that. Do you want to bring in Eddie here? Little trust pilot.
Howdy, y'all. You know what? Hey, trust pilot. We've been asking about this, and thing is, the reason why we want to know what you're thinking, what you're liking, what you're not liking. If you like what we're doing here, which I hope you do, want to let us know, head over to Trustpilot and leave us a review. We're going to put that link up in the, we're going to pin that here for about 15 minutes here. Remember, it only takes about a minute, maybe not even that, but we'd appreciate you if you can do that. Click on that link and give us a review. That's what I got. Back to you, Dilby time.
Eddie, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's right. Please give us 5 stars, just like your DoorDash delivery guy. You do deserve 5 stars. Indices. Man, these are not chill today. We are still betting to the upside aggressively. 6104s and counting in the ES. 22,190 in the NASDAQ. Holy moly. We have got some action today on this Monday.
Somebody in the chat mentioned Palantir's up 4%. I was very long Palantir for a long time. I sold a while ago. It's just man, what a beast. I saw this stat somewhere that Palantir, since it was incorporated, like the history of the company has made $15 billion in revenue. Their market cap right now is $336 billion.
I don't even know what they do, but that is impressive. That is
Didn't we
impressive.
get
Is
out
it the new
at
most
45?
hyped stock?
New and the most hyped for
Palantir?
like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Is it taking the crown from Nvidia?
Long way to go market cap wise.
Mm.
I don't know that it has the addressable market to take over Nvidia.
It's kind of hard to tell what Palantir does, right? Like Dolby was saying. But does it make sense that they're rallying now with everything that's kind of going on?
Pay attention to this too.
I mean, if they've been rallying for 2 years, but
It's hard to say.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It's kind of like going to the casino at this point, where it's just like the momentum has become a thing unto itself.
right.
Right. Okay. Well, keep an eye on it. Isn't it enough to push
the
the market
idea-
like Nvidia, though? I guess is kind of the question.
I mean, it has a big enough market cap now that I mean, like when it's up huge, and it'll be up some days, 7%, 8%.
Jeez.
I mean, over 300 billion market cap is nothing to sneeze at.
We'll keep an eye on that one. Of course, Tesla. Like keeping an eye on Tesla, Nvidia, Palantir. A short list over here, and I'm looking.
Yeah, all the Mag 7 is up today.
45.
Nvidia leading the way up
This is where I
1.7.
got
Oh, sorry, Meta's up 3%.
Right here.
Back above 700.
Ooh, we got D in chat. Oh, they do projects involving the CIA.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It kind of
A lot
makes
of money
sense to
comes from.
Palantir. D also said she's long for $9, which is an
Oh,
amazing.
I was too, D.
My.
I
What a
was
trade.
$9.
But got out along the way.
Yeah, I was long from around 12, and I did the same. In hindsight, you wish you're still holding that, but
Yeah, but you can't feel bad.
Right.
15x. I mean,
right.
Yeah. What's it trading at currently? Let's see. 142. Hello. It's a hell of a stock. Not financial advice, just talking. A little. Yeah, indices tried pulling back here. It lasted all of a minute. We're back to testing highs again. 22,200, only about 15 points away. in the NASDAQ. Do we have any trades on right now other than the house account being long 5 micro CL? Some undetermined price.
We are not
Still
long.
in. We are not long micro CL. So everyone is flat across the board, is what it sounds like.
I got a little biscuit here for us right now. Iran asked Qatar and Saudi Arabia and Oman that asked Trump to press Israel to agree to an immediate ceasefire to Iranian and 3 regional sources. Israeli military still saying we're continuing to strike military targets in central Iran. This is just over the wire here. As of right now, Trump is speaking with Carney, Canada's prime minister. Back to you guys.
Eddie, thanks for that timely news. It looks like crude was listening and sold off about 30 cents in less than a minute. $300 on one contract. That is a hell of a move. Gold has been completely locked up. I don't know what happened to gold. It is. He's on a 3-minute chart right now, and we are just barcoding big time after big volatility. Maybe this is just a breather before a larger move happens. But we will see. Jack, I'm looking forward to
run
your
away for just 20 seconds to grab a new. I haven't had enough different beverages this morning. I'm just gonna grab some from the fridge. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let us know. What is in Jack's fridge, chat? Let us know, and we will see. We'll ask Jack when he gets back.
If you think of it, get 2.
What do we think is in Jack's fridge? We will ask him when he comes back. Get your guesses in. Also, no, that's even better. What do we think? What beverage is Jack gonna get when he comes back? Very, very curious. Sky vodka. You don't put that in the fridge, do you?
Water.
You put that in the
I'm gonna call
freezer?
it water.
You just leave it out.
You put it in the freezer so you can pregame with the sorority girls. All right, I'm back. What do I got?
That's exactly right. Jack, what did you get as your beverage?
Winner
Chat wants to know.
I got a lime spindrift, which is great against the green screen.
Yep.
And if things go south, I got a Coke Zero that says friend on it.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'll
That
use
is
a
so
friend.
sweet.
So it says breast milk. No.
Come on, chats. Come on. What? On a Monday, chat? Serious? So you got a Coke Zero. No one in chat guessed Coke Zero. Someone did say Diet Coke. I think that is the closest. What's your opinion on Diet Coke, Jack? Is that just for soccer moms?
Actually, can we show one of the news stories I was doing? I just want to show it right now. If you're in back, Cameron.
We could run the news. Do you want to do the whole news pack?
Nothing. Yeah, why don't we?
Okay, cool.
You guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, here we go. Diet Coke is just a fridge cigarette. Truth.
That is the truth.
I like Coke really Zero more, but I know it's a bad habit. I know it's a bad habit. I like my carbonation.
I'm waiting.
I like my artificial sweeteners.
So do I.
That is funny. It's not wrong.
What else we got up here? Yeah, just some good tweets going into it. This is from Friday. It's going to be a weekend of Black Monday tweets just for the market to go green, close green again, isn't it? Well, hell yeah, it is. It would take a lot of downward momentum for us not to do that. Next, this is interesting. PGA driving distance almost correlates exactly with the USA Case-Shiller Price Index. Notice how there was a big pause in driving distance in the late 2000s, and it started upward again once home prices started recovering from the great financial crisis. Do we extrapolate this trend? They're talking about rolling back the driver technology. So maybe housing is in for a crash.
Put that on the correlation metrics.
Bearish.
Lastly, for you traders out there, you've never missed a flight or shit your pants. You don't take enough risk. I believe this to be true.
It's a wide spectrum of risk.
Yes, it is.
I agree with the flight thing because Nate Silver laid this out once, and I kind of agree. I think I've missed like 2 flights in my life. Or you could be like my dad, who shows up 3 hours early for every domestic flight he has ever taken. So over a lifetime, the inconvenience caused and time lost by missing those 2 flights, I would argue that my dad spends way more wasted time and money at the airport Chili's than I do by showing up 3 hours early every time.
I'm with you, Jack. 30 minutes before a flight, maybe 45. When are you getting to
Coming
the
to
airport?
O'Hare, I'm getting there an hour early for a domestic flight.
Yeah, me too.
That's an hour.
I like to be early. I don't wanna. I don't want to be running through any airports.
I just renewed my global entry, so but now everyone has pre-check. Like sometimes the pre-check line is longer than the regular line at O'Hare.
Nasdaq heading up the weekly kickoff high, almost.
Mm-hmm. Bulls on parade.
Bulls on parade.
Just been living within a few. Also, my other airport thing, I really wish they had a Centurion lounge at O'Hare, but my whole basis for, paying the yearly fee for that card is that 2 times a year, they got one in Dallas and one in Miami. If I can get to the lounge twice a year, I can easily pay for that because it's free everything. Like you can order a martini
Really?
for free at the airport. Yeah.
Well, what is this hack? I just got that. What's this airport hack that we're doing?
If you have a not a paid endorsement, but if you have an American Express Platinum, I think Chase Reserve or whatever has their own lounge too. You can get into the lounge for free where they have like free food and free bar and free everything else, which at an airport,
Wow, that is a
that can
great
save a
deal.
lot of bills.
I paid $20 for a soup and guacamole at the Frontera knockoff in the airport. Was not thrilled. I do like going to the airport because I feel like all like diet restrictions in the airport just kind of go out the window. You're in like a sacred spot where you can just get your large caramel frappuccino and you're it's like judgment-free zone. It's like the
Yeah,
Planet
also like
Fitness
the
of diets.
What's up, Hogue?
Jack, how much does that cost to make it up for like 2 trips to the airport? What's the cost of that lounge?
We're pushing new highs in the ES. I'll go through this quickly. Here's how you do it, okay? I think last I checked, I don't know if they've raised the prices. They charge it once a year. It's like $500 or $600 a year, I think, is the fee. But you get $10 a month in free Uber credits, so you use those. So
Order
there's 120
filled.
bucks right there. Then the next easiest way to get it back is through the airport, right? If I can go twice a year, I figure I can rack up because you get a guest too. So like me and my wife could probably rack up, I don't know, 150 bucks in free food and beverage.
Wow.
Oh, it's 625
deal.
now? 695? Oh man, I gotta get to the Miami airport.
Inflation. Perk inflation going on. Markets are going bananas right now. Crude oil, I think it might be the star of the show of the banana show because we are down to 69.50. We were up at 70.50 no more than maybe 10 minutes ago, so lost about $1. Crude oil is cruising today. Same with the NQ and ES. I mean, we're just talking slow grind to the upside. From what it sounds like in general for watching Top Step TV, the slow grind to the upside is one of the harder trades to take. When exactly do you get in? How deep is that pullback going to be? Are you even going to get a pullback? Most people don't have a just buy it at literally any price and hold it in their trading plan. So we'll see. If you're still long, shout out to you. I think the house account is flat, down 754. Coach Jay, we're flat, down 486.
Yeah, I'm looking for pullbacks in the equities to get in. We were talking about the Nasdaq potentially pulling back to the 40s, 140. Didn't get exactly where I was looking for an entry, but pretty good trade there. But yeah, not looking to short these markets. Just buying any pullbacks until they give us a reason not to. So now, next one I'd be looking for is if we pull back and hold 22 180s, getting in along there.
Nice. So we got some
weekly
levels.
kickoff high in the Nasdaq, right above 22,215.
215.
Already given that up in the S&Ps.
Yeah, we are so close to that weekly kickoff high, Hogue, 22,215. It's already a Monday. It's already a Monday, and we are almost already at the 22,215 Top Step weekly kickoff. You're going to have to make a new one, Hogue, or is this the only one we get for the week?
No, that's usually the only one you get. One above, one below.
All right.
But I mean, there isn't that much to kind of lean on above price where it is now. I mean, if we can take out last week's high, the only thing left is the all-time high. There is one point of control that has not been checked from when we were at all-time highs, and that's at 22,460.
20,460?
Yes.
Hello. That is way up there.
That is a naked point of control, comfort level, visual target.
Naked and comfortable and a visual target.
We got to take out weekly
22,460.
first.
Yes, we do. You got pretty damn close, about 7 points off.
Yeah.
Maybe it got spooked
Potential
by the
failed
level.
upside auctions here as well.
Okay. It's got a lot going on for fast markets. Chat, is this the volatility that you want on a Monday? Is this what you want? I gotta say, it makes for some very interesting trading. Pretty much any market today would have been fruitful as long as you were on the right side, because the volatility is here. Maybe some mixed feelings on this volatility on a Monday. You got to kind of wake up and get ready for it. No, take it back. No do-overs in trading. Not a one. Not one. Got a Rico in chat. What's up, Rico? Great having you on.
Not liking this at all.
This is the pullback. Is this enough of a pullback?
Biggest pullback yet.
Yep. Is this what we were looking for?
Failed upside auction.
Damn.
Is 15
Look at
points
this.
enough for a pullback for longs? Is
Where
it
is
20
it?
points? Or is it 30
Where
points?
is it?
When will buyers come back in?
18
Against the low
from
volume.
45. Ay, cabrón.
Yes. Low volume now. I got like 22,140 Hogue. That looks like we're the profile on the volume profile. Maybe it's getting to a little bit of low
All right, I'm
volume.
long one in the Nasdaq.
Okay. Price, please.
188 half.
188 half. All right.
Yeah, see, the order fill volume load I'm looking at is more in the S&Ps, Dolby. It's 61.01 half. Almost got to it. 2 quarters are our recent low. And at the same time, we do have potential failed upside auctions, selling tails above the IB high for you IB haters.
Is there actually any IB? Who's hating on IB? It's like
a few of them.
Even
Really?
Dalton hates on IB now.
Wow, even Dalton hates on IB?
Yeah.
Man. Wow, all right. Guess I'm behind on the times then. This is yeah.
Said he just doesn't use it as a reference anymore. I don't know if that's hating on it, but
Certainly doesn't sound like he likes it. It's off his radar. And we have a lot of traders here who use it. Oh, Jay's back in the money here by a couple points, a couple tickies.
Yeah.
And Diesel, irritable bowels? No, that is not what IB stands for. If you do have irritable bowels,
although sometimes
hopefully you're taking enough
Answer.
risk in your life to cut it close a couple times.
Interactive brokers, irritable bowels.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got?
Initial
IB.
balance.
Maybe what?
Idiot.
IBM?
Yeah.
Irritable bowel movement.
International business.
Yep. Whatever happened to IBM? Haven't heard that name in a long time.
Oh, they're around.
Well, they're around. They were.
What for?
Never mind. I don't know enough about IBM to start making jokes about it.
Consulting and stuff like that. They if you watch golf on TV, you see a lot of IBM commercials.
Oh, God. So that's their target audience. That makes sense. They probably got what,
Yeah,
like
I saw it.
Accenture up there too.
They do.
KPMG.
I mean, there's golfers sponsored by Goldman Sachs. I actually saw a truly baffling CME group commercial, I think, during either the U.S. Open or the tournament last week.
Yeah. Was it? Didn't make any sense at all, or?
It was like people
I'm out of
catching
that trade for a
fireflies.
scratch.
It was something about opportunities.
Something about. I mean, I have to imagine that those big companies are not doing or like internal marketing. So like you have to hire somebody who doesn't understand what your company does to do the branding and messaging for your company. I do feel like that is sometimes how you get some of these wonky advertising campaigns for some of these major companies.
I heard you, Jay.
Got a couple.
Thanks.
Yep. Nice scratch on that one, Jay. What was the logic behind getting flat on that one?
Just at this 22,200 level, would want to see some continuation right away, right? Some of the pullbacks that we've gotten so far today have been almost instantly bought up, and this one wasn't. So was just looking for it to go, especially with it being under that major level, 22,200. If there's not enough of a buying presence above a major level, then I don't want to be in it. But we'll see. I don't think the trend is over for the day. It just may be a better trade somewhere else. I may just take it again, but we'll see how this holds up.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a pretty
Order
this is the most
filled.
serious sell-off we've had thus far. I mean, 3 red candles in a row in a 3-minute chart. ES was trading as high as 6109, down to 6102s currently, so about a 8 point drop. Nasdaq was trading as high as 22,206, only about 9 points off from the top step weekly kickoff high. Decided to retreat just a little bit. Coach Jay tried grabbing along at 22,188, scratched it, and now we're trading at 22,180. So about a 20-point sell-off in Nasdaq. So nothing huge, but a sell-off nonetheless. Gold has completely lost interest in participating in anything. We have been basically range-bound between 3409 and 3418 since about the last 40 minutes. Crude oil still has some volatility left in it, though. Some gas in the goose, as Andre likes to say. Andre, obviously not here right now, but he is in our hearts, in our mind. He is helping set up the Trader House right now. He's been a busy boy hitting the streets of Chicago to make sure that everything is impeccable for our new house guests in the Trading House. Should be pretty exciting. Coach Jay, you're looking forward to that, huh? Think you're gonna get good sleep? Think you're gonna get good sleep in this Trading House?
That's the one question I did have for I was thinking about that yesterday. I was just like, when are we gonna sleep? Right? I don't see that in the schedule, but it should be a lot of fun, man. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. You don't think like Dakota's gonna run around in the middle of the night, try like dipping your hands in water and stuff, doing late night pranks?
Yeah, I mean, like I've seen that spreadsheet. I will be at a few of the events, but I've seen that
I'm back in that
spreadsheet. I'm
trade.
like, ooh, boys.
Yeah, there's a lot on
busy?
that.
You're gonna have a busy couple days.
Can't wait. It's gonna be fantastic. Ooh, Coach Jay, you're back in the trade.
Yeah, I'm
hold
back
on.
in.
Okay, let's do your entry, and then we're gonna hit up JD. So, what's your entry for this NQ trade?
89.75.
89.75. Perfect.
And real quick, Dolby,
Yes, sir.
I think Dan Emmons pointed out something important, is that you kind of refer to volatility in a couple different ways. Like Dan's right. This isn't like these aren't volatile markets. This is like the lack of volatility, right? The VIX is getting crushed. We had a weekend where there was a ton of geopolitical uncertainty, and we've come out and grinding higher isn't really volatility. It's what the market's supposed to do. We've seen volatility kind of fall off a cliff here since the open.
Yeah, Dan Emmons has some very good insights. But Coach Jay, so far this trade is going good. But I do want to get JD in here for stats. How are these traders doing?
Well, some of these traders are doing all right. Let's take a look at Friday's top 5 live funded P&Ls. Here they are. At the top, Aldane from California, $42,797 trading the S&P 500. Nice job, Aldane. That's a great way to walk into the weekend. Our next 4 traders are all trading the NASDAQ on Friday. Aaron, Sritong, Chase, and Shane. We've got 25,203 for Aaron, 16,800 for Sritong, 15,097 for Chase, and $10,034 for Shane. Again, all 4 of those traders trading the NASDAQ. Big winner on Friday was Aldane, though, right at the top. $42,797 in profits trading the S&P. All right. Fridays, top payouts. You ready for these? More decent numbers coming in. At the top, Hector, $12,000. Jakar, $8,300. Elena, $8,100. Raphael, $2,500. And Paulo, $2,222. That's a famous commercial jingle right here in Chicago. 222-2222. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. All right. Big shout out to all these traders. 1 Canadian, 1 Brazilian, and the rest from the USA right here. All right, folks. I'll be back in a little bit with some call-ups, the big board, and some hot streaks. Catch you in a bit.
Learner in a row?
Jack nailed
That
it.
who's the 222? 2222?
222, 22, 22.
Yeah, that's national, man, I think.
Different phone numbers in each
Everybody
state. I've seen them in Tucson
Oh.
also. Different phone number, though.
44, 44.
What are you guys referencing? What are you riffing on right now?
Personal injury lawyer jingles.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Nice. Chat, put in your favorite local state commercial. I'm gonna go with Birdman in the Chicagoland area. It was an
I mean,
excellent
Eagle
commercial.
Man?
Oh, sorry, Eagle Man.
Birdman's
where he
Michael
lays-
Keaton.
Yeah, you're right. Eagle Man, where he lays the egg on the car. It was a legendary commercial. in
I've
Illinois.
got something for you.
Oh,
Look at
burned
those
into my
little
memory. Burned into my memory. I'm sure there's some other classics out there. Put them in chat. You can't even put them in chat. Say the name so we can look it up later. But I do want to know what it is.
TFG bought one of the most expensive penthouses in Chicago. Geraci is killing it.
Tracy has his own acronym. Love it.
Yeah,
Absolutely
TFG.
love it. Oh, there's some. Oh yeah, JG Wentworth. It's a classic. Top Dog Law. Morgan and Morgan. Yep. Echo Morgan and
Empire.
Morgan.
What's in
Oh, yeah.
32700?
Yep.
You didn't mention the goats,
Empire.
Celino and Barnes.
Celino and
Must be New
Barnes.
York.
You guys don't know Celino and Barnes? Is that just a New York
Do
thing?
not.
Someone in the chat knows.
Someone's
Peter
got. Oh
Francis
yeah.
Tracy.
All right.
Yeah, someone's got to know. A little bit of
Pull back again here.
Yeah.
Dare
I
say
I took that trade
might
up
have a
for 5
Dolby
points.
range. Nice.
Flat again, Coach Jay? Or you take some
Yeah, I got
profits?
flat.
Okay.
I do want to stay long the equities, but just that trade location, I kind of have to take what the market's giving me right here. Getting a little extended on the day. We could continue pushing higher, but just not seeing enough interest at this 22,200. So taking a couple points, and if we get something to hold on to, then I'll do that.
Sounds good, Coach Jay. Still licking the NASDAQ here, trying to get involved.
Seems to be
Hogue, what do you
stalling out
see?
at weekly kickoff high.
So what does that mean to you, Hogue, as a trader?
Well, I mean, it's targeted it. It's not looking above. It's resistance right now. We do have a no real 5-minute reversal. 5-minute. Still seems like breaks are being bought. Got long shadows on these two 5-minute bars. S&P's traded right down to that low volume node. Check this out. Get this up here. Oh, that's still NASDAQ. Hang on. Here's that low volume node. Right. Oh, that's another one. Holy smokles.
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 There's a low volume node right to it.
Yep. Okay, we got one. What level is that, Hogue?
It is 6101 and a half.
61.
Quarter.
Oh, I see that. I do see that. I got the visible volume profile. I think Hogue is using the fixed volume profile. So Hogue can draw where he wants it to populate. And if you're using the visible one, it will just include whatever candle it sees. I'll do some other markets perking up here. Gold trading now at 34.16, trying to get to the high of its 1 minute or 3 minute range here. It's been stuck between 34.09 and about 34.18 for the last 45 minutes. And it is trying to get up to those 34.19, so see how that goes. And crude oil is
Jay,
also perking up. Ooh, yeah, go ahead.
Jay, what do you think of gold on the halfway back on this bar?
What time frame, Hogue? You looking at a 3 minute or?
This is a 5 minute.
Okay, yeah. Let's look at a 5 minute.
It's already
right
bounced
around
off at
34.16. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see this kind of rotating up to the upper extreme of that bar, 34.30s. But there was on the way down, there was a seller that came in, and that range was 34.18 down to 22. Sorry, 34.18 up to 34.22. If we can clear 34.18, then I think this is rotating back up to 30. Right, a 5 minute candle close above 34.18. I would look for this to rotate back up to 30.
Yeah, gold 72% low.
34.25.40. Back to the S&Ps. Ball of wind.
Yeah, things do get a little bit strange when the markets are moving super fast, and all of a sudden things start slowing down a little bit. Starts raising some questions here. But Jay, you still in that long or no?
No, I'm flat. I'm flat. I took that
flat
off for
again.
5 points. I
Nice.
agree with you though, Dolby. The volume. If you look at the volume in the last, on the last couple 5 minute candles, 3 minute candles, whatever you want to look at, is decreasing as price is increasing. So it is a little iffy. Does that mean we're coming down? It doesn't. But the interest that we had in the markets an hour ago isn't the same, right? Where it's slowed down a little bit. So I think as soon as it picks up, we'll see where the market wants to go. Buying these 80s so far in the Nasdaq has been the trade, but is there enough interest to trade back above those 22,200s and make new highs? I'm trying to zoom out and see where we might be going here. We're not far off all-time highs.
No, we are definitely
yes.
Ooh, gold's got the top of range, sold off a little bit. 34.18s down to 34.15s. Gold still range bound. Oh, that's a fun sound. What's that for?
What was that? What was that?
I don't know. Is that you?
Not me.
Someone's gonna deliver the goods after playing that sound. We gotta have some
me.
announcement, right? Nothing.
Who could it be now?
Chat got all hyped up. False alarm, chat. Nothing exciting is happening. False alarm. False.
We're 5 minutes away from leaving selling tails above the IB high in the equities here. So.
Okay. No. Clip.